I met God in Sierra Leone and I never knew him, but it was March 2021 and there was a big drought in town and there's no food. And I did not go to the cities and try to find food. If my people weren't eating, I wasn't eating. So right now it's Friday at 5 p.m. I haven't eaten since Thursday morning. I'm walking home after the day and I'm just starving and I'm just feeling weak. A man comes up to me who I've never seen before and he gets my attention, starts pointing around, and three of his men came up and jumped me from left to right and behind. They stole my iPhone 8 and they stole my wallet. And within my wallet was all the Western Union money I had just picked up. Knowing I hadn't eaten in over a day, I was really going to try to find some food that night. So then I walked home completely defeated, and I had one light bulb in my house with a light switch. When I tried to turn it on when I got home, light bulb had burnt out that day. Like morning, I had light. By tonight, I had no more light. And that was the last straw. I broke down in the only chair I had in the middle of the room. I just sat down and I was so defeated. And I had my head in my hands and I was just crying like I never had before. I thought I was actually going to die because I didn't have a phone now. None of my friends had phones. No more electricity, no more food. I was like starving. And I said, forget this. What am I doing here? I'm going to do whatever I can to get out of here tomorrow. Call an SOS, whatever I have to. I'm leaving this country. And I felt a hand on my shoulder. And as my head is in my hands, I was like, oh my God, someone's in my house. And I jump up because that's how real the hand felt. It was so real. I jump up and I look at the chair and nobody's there. But I see this little pillar of light going from floor to ceiling over the chair that I was in, and I knew that it was something spiritual. And I wasn't spiritual at this point, but I knew it was. And I knew I should go and sit back down in it. So I'm looking at this chair and I walk back to it. And as I sit down, I don't just feel one hand, I feel both hands push me into the chair and I just sink in. And my breath left my body because I was so weak and I'll never forget it. And I hear in this ear so close to me, it says, don't give up, you're doing the right thing. And I knew the voice that was telling me was the Holy Spirit. I just knew it. It was just an energy, I just knew it. Just like I know you're Tara, I knew that it was the Holy Spirit. It said, don't give up, you're doing the right thing. And then the sweating stopped and the heat stopped, and then my hunger was gone. And I had no more hunger. And I was able to fall asleep like a baby. And I woke up without hunger. And then I spent the whole next day and next week actually completely shook, and my whole reality was changed. And I thought, God is not supposed to show himself to you. You have the free will to find him or choose to not find him on earth. But he intervened when I was going to leave this country and he told me to stay. My mission was more important, and so it rocked my world for the next several weeks and months. All I thought about was, why am I in Africa? Why was it that important that God wanted to interrupt my process, my free will, to tell me that he is real and tell me to stay here?
That's incredible. So you had an encounter with God himself, and that's what brought you to Christ.
Literally encounter with God, and that's why Sierra Leone is my home. He showed me where I belong. He showed me where I can do the most help, and when I'm here, I
That's
don't feel as
amazing.
happy as I do when I'm there. Like, God is with me
Yeah,
there all the time.
all the time. That explains your drive and your draw to serve the people relentlessly. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that story.